Good evening, dudes and dudesses, aliens and non-aliens, humans, half-humans, hybrids, and all the rest. I think I count everybody. So, which section of this megastore do you belong to? Are you humans? Are you aliens? Oh no, you're probably clones. Or maybe you're hybrids. Yeah, many choices, so it's always difficult to find out really where do you belong. And even tougher question, why the hell I am here? What is my mission? No, better. What is my task? Divine given task, what to do here on this earth, which is not fully an earth. So, today's quick chat is titled like this: what are the timelines and do you still need these? Okay? So we'll ask the same question our lovely Denise a bit later, so I'll give a quick rundown on what is my feeling about the timelines and on which timeline we are. We are, my dear friends, on every single one of them. We live multiple lives. We live multi-dimensional, very non-rich life. You're wondering why? Oh, what, this earth and this time is not the only one? Definitely not. We've been sliced and diced and cloned and recloned and shared and time-shared. As Ron so beautifully mentioned, time-sharing of the human spirit, time-sharing of the human pain, time-sharing of the human excitement among thousands of alien species that were roaming this part of the universe for billions of years. So the timelines are the slices of our soul living in the very clone or similar reality. In this case, we take an earth which was cloned by itself, and by this created another timeline. So with this timeline we can clone a person by taking a piece of their source energy or their spirit and put it in another timeline where they will have an additional problems on the existing ones. So I think that's about it for now, and for the second part I'll leave the answers. Alright? So, dear Denise, same question for you. And what are the timelines and do we still need these?
Good evening, everyone. Yes, my take on this is what are timelines, and I need to go back a little bit to say that when we originally arrived on 100% true light earth, with 100% of the spirit or source available, because earth has also got a consciousness and a spirit, we had 100% light within us, but it got infiltrated by dark forces and laggards from other planets and universes. So Earth became the dumping ground, so they infiltrated the light beings and contaminated our thought processes. So the dark forces then generated duality for mankind here. And with duality, timelines were set. So we're living in a time loop, so to speak. And little did the humans know that every time when dark forces impose mind games or controlling games or programming on the human person, the spirit, gets diminished, a slice, a portion of it. And what happens is when you lose spirit, and how do you lose spirit from your body, from your bodies, I should say, is when you become angry, when you get hurt, when you're resentful, when you're doubtful, when you are abusive. The dark forces then take that opportunity, which I've split into 10-minute sections, and draw that energy from you. So they are making you less than 100% complete. You are now losing a section of that true pure light spirit, which they then sell off and timeshare in parallel timelines. And especially when you are experiencing negative emotions, doubt, fear, resentment, anger, or injuries, because for that moment, Source doesn't know any pain, and it withdraws from your four bodies, which leaves it vacant and open for entities to enter. And in the form of a dark force, can be an entity, or it can be an extraterrestrial alien game being played out. And what we now know is that it gets sold off amongst those species. As I said to you, laggards from other planets and universes are on this planet, so they have got other controllers controlling them, selling it off in these parallel timelines. So you are being cloned, so to speak, with the same type of injury 1,000 times. And every 10 minutes another species will take over. As I say, based on your injury, or based on your doubt or your anger, and that it gets sold off more. If you are really within your heart and close to spirit, that cannot happen, because you've got spirit within you. So only the ones that live in the sort of negative emotional state of mind, or injuries to the body's cause, which they've caused themselves, are the ones that are at risk here. But all of us are at risk, as I say, because all of us have experienced at some point in time those emotions. So the message out here is to be able to remain peaceful and harmonious, and try to be as healthy as possible. You might escape a day of not being cloned, but at this stage, this is what parallel timelines and timelines mean, and that is sort of what I know about it. Thank you, Petra.
All right. Interesting take here. Okay, so pretending that we just live our life from the day we're born to the day we die in a linear fraction of time, from date of the birth to date of your death. You think it's linear, but it's actually sliced so many times and multiplied so many times. So you really live in multidimensional hell, where every single day you've been diminished for less and less of your spirit energy, of your soul, let's say, energy, or your energy that through your soul you receive from spirit. Because the dark aliens or artificial intelligence that's controlling these dark aliens is actually there to feed off all of us through centuries and centuries. I'm talking millennia, through millions of years. This process was so persistent and so elaborate that this technology is beyond even our comprehension. With the highest scientists on the planet, they don't have even understanding how the time can be stopped, turned on, continued, split, sliced. Okay, but all of it, the dark ones were doing just because they could not connect with Source until last couple of years, when the opportunity that creation, lightship, and the Source are here to lead towards ascension. How and when exactly the event of total withdrawal of the light source energy from this planet will happen, pretty much nobody knows. We know it's coming, and this is the biggest fear of all the darkness, because at that moment all the timelines will be collapsed. You can actually work towards your own ascension by collapsing your timelines. So how you do this? Find ways not to get angry. Go to the Creation Lightship website. Do the healings. Request the healings if you feel that you've been abducted or taken. I mean, who says that he's not abducted? This one has no clue what's going on. So do we still need these? Let's call it timelines. As of the 22nd, my feeling of 22nd of April 2016, there was extended period of 3.5, 4 years now that was given by Source for us to collect as many of our soul's particles, or marbles, how I wrote in a poem. These are all lost marbles from our spirit that we have to collect. And we will be able, with Source help, to do this with quite much ease as of the 22nd of April, when all the darkness has been stopped. So there's no more splitting and slicing, but we have a responsibility for each our own timelines to collapse them, to bring them back to the, let's call it main, universal, Earth timeline, until the time comes that there will be no more time. Because at this moment I think we'll be only able to live in the moment of now. And we'll be 100%, as Denise mentioned, that how we've been created in 100% of the energy from Source. So what to do? Watch our next episode of Galactic Freedom Show. Ciao. Bye.